A couple of months ago, I've got back into running, training for my first half marathon, which means that I've already experienced lots and lots of good days and bad days. But most of these bad days I've had are related to some really important habits you do before your run and after your run. So in this episode, I am going to present the 5 habits that either make a run really hard or really easy. Starting off with number 1, poor sleep. Maybe you've heard it before, and I'm pretty sure you've heard it before, but it is the most crucial thing you can do to run better. Usain Bolt used to sleep over 10 hours a day, and I am totally not saying that that is the reason he got all of those records, but it probably helped. See, there's a study from 2025 which analyzed over 425 runners, and they found out that people who were categorized as poor sleepers were over 68% more likely to get injured. Also, a review in the Current Sports Medicine reports found out that runners that tried to run a hard effort after having a really bad night's sleep had way less glycogen and way less energy for their actual workout or race. I could give you studies about how bad sleep is linked to bad running all day, but I would like you to try to get good sleep. And also a tip I found that really helps is getting some magnesium glycinate before bed, 1 to 2 hours, maybe half an hour to an hour before bed. And for me, it worked miraculously. Magnesium glycinate is tied a lot to deeper sleep, which is the type of sleep when your muscles recover and everything good happens in your body, basically. Next up, number 2 on our list, and this is something you really wouldn't expect: stretching before you're running. Look, warming up before run is probably one of the most important things you can do to not get injured. But stretching your muscles reduces muscle elasticity, which means that you're actually more likely to get injured from stretching. So my tip for this is to actually get a really dynamic warm-up instead of actually stretching. It is better to stretch after your run. Number 3 is something really important if you want to improve. It is running easy runs way faster than you should and running fast runs way easier than you should. And one is tied to another, because if you run your easy runs too fast, then your fast runs will automatically be slow because you are more fatigued from your easy runs than you should be. So try finding your zone 2 pace from multiple sources, multiple calculators, and genuinely stick to either that or a bit lower. It is better to run slower than you think you should. And automatically you will run your faster days faster. So do not forget, make sure your easy runs are actually easy. Number 4 is inadequate post-run fueling. Trust me on this one, it is going to be really hard for your muscles to repair if you don't get at least 20 grams of protein and over 60 grams of carbs after a really hard session or a really long one. If you do not fuel how you are supposed to fuel after your run, your body still remains in the breakdown state, which means that you will feel sluggish and bored also in your next run that you want to perform in. So my tip here is eating something full of protein, and I'm pretty sure you know what to eat in terms of carbs. In terms of protein, after a really long run, you should probably eat maybe 3 eggs, maybe drink some milk or some cheese. This is the easiest way to help your muscles recover after a run. Also, if you don't give your body enough fuel to replenish everything they lost in your workout, your body will not play around. It will get the energy it needs, which you didn't give it after your run, from your muscles. This results in increased soreness, muscle fatigue, and basically every bad thing you want for your next run, which results in a delayed recovery to over 48 hours, which means that if you have a run scheduled tomorrow, it will fully impact your body. Running a lot of unnecessary kilometers or miles will not make your run any faster. It will only increase your stress on your muscles and joints without almost any improvement. I too used to think that to run a faster half marathon or 5k, 10k, whatever you're training for, is basically correlated with the amount of kilometers you run in your training. But that simply is not true, because as I said, all of those runs add a lot of fatigue on your legs, which will only slow down your progression. So my tip to solve this is just having a really good structure from week to week. And even if you plan a week on the Sunday before your week, it is way better than having no plan and just going with the flow, because this takes us back to our previous tip where we run easy runs way harder than we should. That does not only mean your speed, it means if you treat every easy run too long, that can also slow down your progression over time. If your body can only handle a 4-kilometer run that specific day with a really easy pace, and you do run with a really easy pace, but you run 7 or 8 or 10 kilometers and you name it an easy run, that will still add unnecessary fatigue on your legs, which over time has the same effects as running all of your easy runs too hard in terms of pace. Anyway, I genuinely hope all of these tips genuinely helped. I hope you will enjoy your runs. If you like this video, don't forget that you can always subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in my next episode.